This is the Aurus 600 low smoke fire pit sold at Bunnings hardware stores, and it is a piece of garbage. Folks, welcome back to another video. This is Joe Reviews and my name is John. In this video we're going to be looking at the Aurus 600 low smoke fire pit. Now you buy these from Bunnings. Bunnings is an Australian hardware chain. They're massive and this is what's being sold. I have here today the 600 version, and all that means is it's 600 millimeters in diameter. They have a smaller version which is the 450 diameter version. Now this costed me $250 from Bunnings. I bought this out of my own money. There is no sponsorship or anything like this, so the reviews are totally mine. They're unbiased, they have no agenda to them whatsoever, and I'll be giving you an honest opinion on this product. But let me just say from the get-go, do not buy this piece of junk. Now why would I say that for? Well, in this video we're going to go through exactly why this is garbage. Absolute garbage. For a fire pit, this will not last you longer than a few months. But don't take my word for it if you don't want to, but I will go through in this video why that is the case. Anyway, let's get on into it. There we go. That's a big box. It says Aurus 600. 600 meaning diameter, low smoke fire pit. Comes with a 1-year warranty. This claims enjoy longer with less smoke, fuel efficient consumption, quick cool down for added safety, 50% less smoke than standard fire pits. All right, just looking around on the box, it gives you an idea how this works. It says cold air enters up through the base. Number 2, fire warms the air, forcing it up the wall cavity. And then these red arrows here, number 3, warmed air is pushed into the fire to ignite unburnt gases. We turn it around to the back end. Got all these happy smiling people with their wine glasses sitting down around this fire pit. And then finally on the last side, 60 centimeters diameter by 57 centimeters in height, dual wall that optimizes airflow and promotes secondary burn, powder coated matte black finish, easily removable base for an ash disposal, and bronze colored metal stand. Let's open it up. It says there, thank you for purchasing it. You got a warranty period for 1 year. We recommend you register it for potential warranty claims. Potential warranty claims. I think that'll be a big one in this review. Okay, so we first start off by pulling out what looks like a base. We have what I believe are the legs, and they are tucked in fairly tight. We've got 2 legs. It's good having 2 legs, isn't it? We have a manual, and we've got the unit itself. And inside, in a box of nuts and bolts with an Allen key. So folks, this is what comes with the Aurus 600 smokeless fire pit. You get your 2 stands, you get your base, your ash collecting base, you've got the main tub, and you have your instruction list right there. So we're going to put this together, and as I mentioned, it comes with 4 of these dome shaped nuts, and you got the bolt in here, and it comes with an Allen key. So we undo each of these. That's 3, and that's 4. You'll see it's got a little notch, so this will cross over like so, at which point we will then get the ash collecting base, marry it up over the holes. We then get our nut, and then this will come up from underneath. Now once you got all 4 bolts in, you can use a supplied Allen key to tighten it up further. So there's our fully completed base, and it's got this cross design. The design is actually pretty good. It's got this central component here that would support the bottom of the pit. But in terms of putting it together, it's a no-brainer. 4 bolts and you are done. Next, we're going to be getting the fire pit and simply putting it on top there. So we'll do that. It's not that heavy. I would estimate this is probably like about 13-14 kilos. You'll see there is a bit of a slot there, and there is this sort of a piece of metal that's been tack welded, and that fits into the slot. And I take it that we got the same. Yep, we've got one there and one here. So these are 3 locating sections that sort of help you guide it in. And there we go. It kind of just sits in there just fine. Now, as I mentioned, this weighs about, I don't know, about 13, 14 kilos. More accurately, according to the Bunnings website, it's 16 kilos. But when you separate the two components, it's pretty easy to move to wherever you want it to be. For example, I can grab this with one hand and grab the base and shift it out to wherever I want this fire pit to be. This looks as good a spot as any. And then simply put the pit on top. Okay, so let's just have a quick discussion about how this works, and then I'll cover off on what the good points are and also what the bad points are, and trust me, there's a lot of bad points here. Anyways, let's first talk about how this works. I like this design in terms of it's easy to get to the ash. Like once it all cools down, all you got to do is lift it off, and then you can get to the ash, tip it out and clean it up. That's pretty good. Now, in terms of this actual pit, the way this works is if we look underneath, you will see that it has a slot all the way around. Okay, now this goes all the way up, so effectively there's two walls here. There's an outer and there's an inner, and then you'll see you've kind of got this big pizza base. That's kind of like what it looks like, right? Welded together here are little metal bars like so, like that, all around the place, just to provide the gap that it needs. And so the idea is cold air will get sucked in through the sides here and will be going up inside that cavity wall. Let's turn it over, see what happens. As you've got your wood pile burning here, the cold air starts to get warmed up and is forced up in the sides here, and then warm air comes out into these holes out here. So your primary air comes up through the base here and it gets burnt and it rises up. Then you have your secondary air which comes in through these holes and it comes in through the wall cavity. This is heated up here and it exits through the top holes. The top holes here allow for hot oxygen to enter the pit, mix with the rising smoke and creates a secondary burn. And that's the reason that the company says this creates 50% less smoke than just say a standard fire pit that doesn't have these inner walls here. There's no secondary burn happening because they don't have slots here. It actually does work well from the reviews that I have read. Overall, the design is pretty good. This would burn very, very effectively and rapidly because there's a lot of holes here for air to sort of come in and burn up your timbers. The more holes there is, the more effective burn you have because you have more oxygen coming into your fire. So that is a good thing, and that's a plus for the way this is designed. The other thing this has going for it is that on the outside, it's not meant to be as hot because it's got a cavity here. So you've got an inner and an outer. So this won't be as hot to the touch compared to a single walled fire pit. All right, that's it for the pros. Let's move on to the cons. My biggest con about this product, and the very reason why I will not be burning a fire in this and why it will be going straight back to Bunnings for a refund, the biggest reason is the material this is constructed from. It's just poor. It is a bad choice what this company has made. And there may be a reason why you don't see the Aurus company on the internet at all. There's nothing about them, about who they are or anything like that. They seem to be a China-based online retailer and they sell their products through Bunnings. We will also have a look at their warranty, remembering that they provide a 1-year warranty. I will point out a couple of things here why you don't want this and why their warranty is not going to be too good for you because of what's going to happen to this particular product. This is not cast iron. This isn't stainless steel. This is a thin gauge metal that is simply painted. Now, fair enough, they paint these products normally with what's called a high temperature paint. But let me tell you, if anyone's bought these types of fire pits before and it's made out of a thin gauge metal, you know that high temperature paint will peel. You know that this product will rust. Now, some fire pits are designed to rust. There are some stainless steel fire pits and they are sanded down specifically so that when you start to burn them, they get a burnished look and a rusted look. They are designed like that. But this is not stainless steel. If this was stainless steel, this would last a whole lot longer. Now, the problem is, if you look up on the Bunnings reviews section of this product, everyone that has purchased this fire pit, unless if they've done their review within, 1 or 2 uses of burning through this product, Every single one else has stated that the FLAW here has rusted out and it's only lasted them 6 to 8 fires. Now think about that, guys. 6 to 8 fires. Now this costed $250 and they're currently out of stock, but there's more stock of the smaller size, the 450ml size at Bunnings. Same materials used. 6 to 8 fires, and everyone commenting on there who's had it less than a year said that the base rusted out. Not only that, but this material, the paint is going to peel. It's just the nature of the product. Paint on top of these thin gauge metals that's really not built for high temperature fires, and your fire, it's fire, mate. It's gonna get really, really hot, and guess what? This ain't gonna last. So the problem is this will begin to deteriorate through using it as a fire pit. I mean, the thing is designed to be a fire pit, but they use extra thin, I mean, that's even thinner than my pizza base that I have for my oven in the kitchen. It's crazy, mate. It's flimsy stuff. The heat that's going to be generated here, not good, mate. Now, I also noticed there was a section here. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Look at that. That is the paintwork. It was not fully completed. Now, sure, that might be a quality control issue, but guess what? It's gonna be where it starts. The heat gets in here, and that is going to start to peel and flake. And before you know it, it's going to peel and flake everywhere. And check out the reviews that other people have written upon this product. They say the paint has peeled and flaked off, and now it's just a piece of metal in their garden. Now let me show you something else. The company states under their warranty, 1-year warranty, get this, items not covered by this warranty. All right, so what is not covered? Surface rust. The material that they used in this is a thin gauge metal, will rust. It'll 110% rust. I guarantee it. The second thing is corrosion of the metal fire bowl as a result of exposure to rain or elements. Where do people store this? They don't store it underneath a big patio area. They have it out in the open where the heat rises up, and is it going to cause damage to any roof? Because heat rises, mate, and it's really hot above, and it can cause damage to any covering that you've got above. So it's not covered by any rain or elements, so you try to cover it up and do what you can, but guess what? You will have surface rust on here. Paint wearing or peeling. Guess what's going to happen as soon as you start burning stuff in this and the walls get hot? The paint is going to peel. These are just a couple of red flags, and big red flags in my opinion. This is a reason why this product is going to be returned straight back, and I just don't want to even touch it. You know, I kind of thought that this was built with a higher grade and heavier thickness steel, but I was wrong. And we're going to be looking for a stainless steel fire pit, and one that has been built to withstand some high temperature heat. Now, just as a side note, I've actually utilized for fire pits stainless steel washing machine rolling drums, and they are fantastic. Stainless steel washing machine drum, used it for years. Rust comes on the surface, but man, it is tough as. So that's just a little tip. If you're throwing away an old washing machine, keep the drum, and it's an excellent fire pit. So guys, that is my thoughts and opinion upon the Aurus. This one's the 600 low smoke fire pit. Yeah, trust me, it's a piece of garbage. Don't buy this product. I bought this out of my own funds, and I realized I made a big mistake, and it's entirely up to you. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that companies make these things with this. They're to be used for fires, and people gather around, so people are going to be chucking in lots of firewood. It's going to get very hot inside, and these things start to fail, unfortunately. This thin grade pizza based material, forget that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and just my thoughts and opinions, and give it a thumbs up. I'll catch you up on the next one.